Broadway Clay, and we're going to be demonstrating one of our popular projects called the Toad Home. You can actually purchase yours at broadwayclay.com. The tools that you'll need for this project are everyday household items such as a cutting board. You can also use a piece of cardboard, paper towel, fork, pencil, knife. Now make sure that you have a parent or adult with you when we start to get to cutting, and a bowl of water. Before you begin this project, I recommend going on a hike or exploring your backyard and look for natural materials with hard texture, such as bark, a walnut, a pine cone. We found a peach pit in our compost. We also found shells in our landscape, and then leaves with defined patterns. Okay, let's get started designing the outside of our toad home. The first thing I'm going to do is put a door into the toad home, and I'm going to make it curved. Then I'm going to add some windows. Now I don't want to put the windows at the top of the home because I don't want the toad to get wet. So my windows are going to have 4 squares. I'm going to add some on the other side. And you can also think about what other designs you want to put on the toad home. Maybe you want to draw some flowers, or put some trees, some other animals. Now after you've finished designing with your pencil, you can then move on to all of those natural items that we pulled from hiking. Now I want you to gather all of those natural materials from our hike, and let's see what texture it makes on the surface of the clay. First, the walnut. Try a shell. Oh, that one was pretty neat. Peach pit. Another shell. I'm going to rotate this in a circular pattern. Our bark. And some of the leaves, or pine needles. Now if you mess up on the surface, you can always dip your finger in water and erase it. Now that we've finished drawing on the outside of our pot, we're going to get an adult to help us to cut out the door for the frog home. And they're going to follow on your line that you drew. And it's kind of like carving a pumpkin. Now we're going to cut it out and leave about 1/4 of an inch at the bottom. And the same thing like carving a pumpkin, you want to pop it out. Now from here, we can clean up the surface. You want to grab a little bit of your paper towel, dip it in your bowl of water, and then you can smooth all of these pieces of clay. Now there's a safe interior for the frog. Now we're going to move to making our toad for the top. But since I'm done with this, what I'm going to do is spritz it with water. You can also use a damp paper towel to pat it if it starts to dry out. And then cover it up. So I'm going to save this for later. For this one, I'm going to roll into a ball. I'm going to flatten it on both sides. Now I'm going to grab one of my leaves that I got from my backyard, Brussels sprout leaf. I'm going to press it into the clay. and then you can see the vein pattern within it. So I'm going to save this to attach onto the top of my toad home, and now we're going to make the toad. With the rest of your clay, you're going to break off 4 small balls about the size of a large marble. So 2 arms. And 2 legs. Now we're going to have 2 small balls about the size of a pea, and these are going to be the eyes. This part is going to be the body. So I'm patting it back together. I'm going to roll it, and we want this shape to be more like an egg. If you have any wrinkles, you can smooth them with your finger. And so there's the toad body. Now we'll make 1 arm. You can roll it in the air, or if you want to roll it in the surface. And I want this one side of it to come out kind of like a worm. Now I'm going to flatten the larger part. I'm going to use my pencil to make the feet. There's 1. I'm going to make 4 of those. For the legs, I'm going to make this part a little longer so the leg can bend up. Now let's go back to the body. I'm going to pinch this up just a little. And my toad is going to be a happy toad. Put in his nose. And here's his eyes. Now I'm going to attach his legs first, like this. Now what's very important with clay, and that's why we need our fork, is that clay particles are going to slide around. So we have to break them apart and glue them with water. So wherever it's going to touch, put some water on there, scrape it, and then smooth it on there. And this is called scoring and slipping. We have our happy frog feet. Now we're going to add the arms. Maybe they're like this. Maybe they're on his leg. Maybe they're on the side. Scoring and slipping again. I think he'll be waving to you. And where it attaches. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Have my water on there. Now I'm going to add the eyes. Same thing. And press. Scrape or score. And slip. Now I can add a pupil. Now we have our happy frog. We're going to bring back out our home, and I'm going to show you how to attach the frog. Now we're going to attach our happy toad and our leaf to the toad home. The same way that we attach the arms and the legs to the toad, we have to score and slip anything that we put onto the toad home. So I'm going to put this on the side. I have to press on it, but I don't want to press too hard because I don't want those leaf patterns to come out of it. Now you may need an adult to help you with this, but we need to kind of hollow out the inside of the toad, and this just helps get air in there and it'll help it dry a little better. Like this. Now, around the edge, we're putting slip on it. We're going to score. And we're going to wiggle them on. I'm even going to make sure that his feet are attached really well by scoring and slipping each of them. And his arm that's touching the house too. Once you're completely done with your project, you're going to put it into a box with your name on it and drop it back off at Broadway Clay. We will then fire it in our kiln, and then once it comes out, you can purchase a glaze kit and paint it at home. Thank you for joining us today, and go to BroadwayClay.com to purchase your toad home and check out more videos.